You'll find health and social care workers all over the country, providing care and support for everyone from newborn babies to the old and infirm. Together with some handy hints about nutrition and crucial first aid skills, these films will shine a light on some of the outstanding care which is on offer in a range of environments, from hospitals to homes and nurseries to care homes. Over 2,000 babies are born each day in the UK, higher than it has been for 35 years. Emma is a teenager and she is expecting her first child soon, and together with her boyfriend Mark, they are busily preparing for their big day.
Being pregnant is really exciting, but it's also quite daunting as well, because you've got the fear of maybe not doing so well as a mum or a parent, and also giving birth is quite a scary prospect, but it's also really exciting because you get to be a mum. I don't even want one for William, I want one. I'm 31 weeks pregnant, which is third stage or third trimester, and the first trimester wasn't very nice. I was sick a lot, just felt really ill all the time, and then the second trimester wasn't too bad because even though I'm quite heavily pregnant now, I don't feel ill, at least. I just feel a bit heavy and a bit tired.
Mums of all ages have a wealth of different resources at their disposal to prepare them for having a child. Today, Emma and Mark are attending a meeting organised by the National Childbirth Trust.
That was really helpful. All the nappies go in, and then you just take this whole thing out and put it in the washing machine. So you don't have to pick them out one by one.
Being the dad at the NCT class, it was a bit scary, because all the pregnant mums and the mums with babies, and then just sort of little old me sitting there not knowing what to say, where to look, and it's good to go to them places to sort of meet these people, so I don't feel quite so sort of alone, as it were.
I reckon once you've done it a few times, you get used to it.
Mother and baby meetings help mums to share hints and tips, but the crucial medical point of contact for mums is the midwife, who is accessible through doctors, hospitals and children's centres. First of all, they give antenatal classes to tell mums all they need to know about pregnancy, from healthy eating, preparing the body for labour, when to call the hospital and what to expect when giving birth.
This is what baby's living in at the moment. Placenta, there's two sides, so the mum's side is what is attached to the wall of the uterus, so that's mum's side, and then we've got the membrane here, and that's baby's side.
Midwives also go on home visits at the later stages of pregnancy to take pressure off mums and make sure that they are fully prepared for all the rigours of childbirth.
Hello Sarah, hi!
Today, midwife Becky is visiting Sarah, who is heavily pregnant with her second child.
And last time, remind me, how long was the labour?
A
long time,
I was
wasn't
induced, so it was quite a long time, but active labour, when I was in proper labour, it was probably about 12 hours.
Sarah was 38 weeks pregnant, so she could give birth any day. And so you want to make sure that her blood pressure's fine, that her urine is normal, that the baby's moving, that the baby's whether the baby's got its head down or its bottom down, that it's growing well, and that the baby's heartbeat is normal. And then if you give the baby a push, we'll see if we can hear the heartbeat go up. Do you mind?
Yeah?
Yeah, you could hear it go up a bit. Mm-hmm. There we go. So that's a really good sign that that's a happy little baby in there. A maternity ward includes the labour ward, so that's where women give birth, whether it's a water birth, a normal birth, a caesarean, an emergency caesarean, a forceps or a Von-Tu's delivery.
It's up to midwives like Becky to reassure mothers during this difficult time and guarantee that they have everything they need to keep them relaxed and in safe hands.
The midwife's role is to facilitate the birth that the woman wants, whatever she feels comfortable with. Most women give birth either kneeling or sitting upright or standing, I would say. So they can kneel here. The bottom of the bed comes down, so there's a nice hole underneath their bottom so that there's loads of space for the baby to come out. Babies come whenever they want. They do quite often come in the middle of the night. Labours can take quite a long time. So we have to have enough staff to cater for anyone who comes in at any time. Christmas Day, New Year's Eve, you name it, babies will be born then.
Yeah,
Very exciting.
Very exciting.
Cannot wait.
Now we're coming to the end, it's suddenly like sped up really quick and you're just like, oh no, now we haven't got enough time. It's a bit daunting, but it should be okay. It's not too bad, is it?
So you're a nice little family now, girl and a boy. Is that it?
For now, yes.
When you're going home after you've delivered a baby and everyone else is going off to work on the tube and you're going home to bed, it's the best feeling in the world. And even though I've been a midwife for a long time, every time a baby's born, I think, oh, it's a baby. And I'm thrilled to be there. I mean, it's an honour to be there at someone else's birth.
So what is fat? Does anyone know what fat is?
Well, fat is like something that grows in your body if you eat unhealthy foods.
Good, well done, good answer. Anyone else? This. You.
Fats are the main store of energy in animals. We get fat because we have too much food energy in our body and the body stores it as fat. And if you look at a piece of meat from a pig, you can see the fat in the meat accumulating under the skin. We get our food energy from two sources, either from fats in foods, like butter, oils, and hidden inside foods, or we get it from carbohydrates.
Does anyone know what 5 a day is? Yeah. 5 a day?
Tomatoes, broccoli, cauliflower.
Well done, excellent. Okay, so what is it about fruit and veg that's such a big deal? Livia?
Because we're not eating it enough, the young
You're not
children.
eating it enough. And why do young children not eat their 5 a day enough? Yeah.
Children like stuff that's sweet. Vegetables aren't that sweet.
Fruit and veg are basically low in fat and contain a lot of water. If you eat a lot of fruit and vegetables, most of them are actually very filling foods, so it stops you eating other foods that are perhaps high in fat or in calories, like biscuits and cakes.
Right, so some of you have fruits in front of you and some of you have vegetables in front of you. What does Shanika have in her hand? Hold it up. Hold it up. Put your hands up if you know what it is. Sophia, spring onion. No, not a spring onion. Drew, well done. It's a leek. It's a leek. And is it a type of vegetable or fruit? Put your hands up if it's a vegetable. And if you think it's a fruit, you think it's a fruit? Well done. It's all a vegetable.
A lot of people think that fruit juice is jolly healthy and you can eat lots of it. Well, in small amounts it is good because it's a good source of vitamin C. But it's also high in sugar. If you drink lots of it, it will make you fat.
Exercise. Why is exercise so important?
Because it burns off the extra calories you eat in your food.
Excellent, well done. Burns off calories. Very good word, calories. Toby, why do you think exercise is important?
Because exercise adds to you eating healthy foods, because if you eat healthy foods and you don't exercise, there's no point.
Very good. What sorts of foods do you need to give you energy?
Carbohydrates, such as potatoes,
Cereal, rice,
bread,
a nice bowl of Weetabix,
White or brown rice.
pasta, a really important source of food energy. These are the best things to eat for exercise. You don't need to eat these fancy sports drinks that claim to enhance your activity. This is the best way to get your carbohydrate.
What do you have for breakfast? Devonte, what do you have for breakfast? Cornflakes. Very good.
toast.
Toast. White bread or brown bread? Brown bread. Very good.
Breakfast, apple juice and cereal.
Good. Shanika, what do you have for breakfast?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Breakfast is probably one of the most important meals of the day because when you wake up in the morning, your blood sugar is low and you need some carbohydrate in your diet to give you a kick start. So a cereal breakfast, piece of toast or a glass of orange juice will really improve the way you feel first thing in the morning.
Okay guys, so let's sum this up. Remember to have your 5 a day, that's fruit and veg and not just chips. Don't just drink fruit juices and remember to exercise regularly. Eat carbohydrates to keep those energy levels up. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day, so try to eat something in the morning.
Keep healthy!
My name's Jane Christophe and I'm the Children's Centre and Extended Services Manager at Clapham Manor Primary School and Children's Centre.
No.
Children's Centre is a one-stop shop for families to get access to childcare and education, family support and health services. The idea is to work with other professionals all under one roof to provide as many different services that families might need between the ages of their children being 0 to 5 years old.
The role of outreach centres like this starts the minute a baby is born. Nicola is a midwife attached to the centre. She holds postnatal clinics here to check that babies are fit and healthy up until they're 28 days old.
So born on Friday, which was the 5th, yeah?
Yeah.
These clinics are good because it gets women out of the house, it introduces them to this centre that's got loads of other facilities that they can use once we discharge them, like the mother and baby drop-in, the breastfeeding clinic, and obviously as the children get older there's loads of facilities here for them to use. So the blood test, do you want me to do it while she's feeding or do you want me to take her?
Yeah, you can do it, but she'll stop when she's...
Okay, sweetie, you're not going to like this, are you?
She's going to probably...
So let's just make sure that we've definitely got enough. There, done. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
No two children are alike, and from 0 to 5 they all develop at different speeds. This can be put down to their genes, any illnesses or learning difficulties, and the amount of dedication and encouragement given to them by their parents. Their development can be broken up into categories of physical, intellectual, emotional and social. A good example of intellectual development is through the progressive use of language. Young babies begin to communicate through smiles, especially when they recognise their mother. At the age of 1, they start trying to form simple words. And by 18 months, they can string basic words together.
Oh, what's that?
By 2, they can usually start expressing themselves in sentences.
I am 2 years old.
And by 3 years old, their language is more advanced, and they can begin to expand ideas and understand numbers more easily.
Caterpillar! Caterpillar on a leaf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Emotional and social development can be seen through the way young children play. At the age of 1, they can play by themselves in a very basic way. And up until 2, they tend to interact and communicate less with each other. But once again, by 3 they start learning to play together, which gives them opportunities to talk and learn from each other.
Hey, look at this.
It also introduces them to the crucial idea of sharing. Children's centres are involved in all different types of childcare provision for young children, such as childminding, day nurseries and parent and toddler groups. They're all run by experienced care professionals who make structured play fun and educational.
Within our centre, we provide childcare for children aged 2 to 5 years old. We have links with external childcare providers to provide the 0 to 2 childcare element, but we also provide a strong link for childminders in the community, and they come and use our facilities. We provide training for them, and through the childminding network they get access to this outside environment so that their children can also socialise with other children of the similar age and get access to an outdoor experience.
It's also important to learn about the world around them. And at this children's centre, their Little Diggers parent and toddler drop-in group teaches them about gardening and nature.
Is what we're going to do. Look, we've got all these seeds and they're all different types of salad. Yeah. So we're going to mix them all up and then we're going to sprinkle some on top of our pots. And it'll be a surprise what you get. You don't know what you're going to get.
The idea is to leave the parents with an idea that they can try at home with their children, come back the next week, we can observe them and their child, give them some tips and ideas, and feel free to ask us about anything to do with their child's development.
I'll put it down here and you water it. For you? Oh yeah, well done, Charlie.
It's better than going just to the local park because they can open the gate now and they just run out the gate of the park.
Yeah.
So at least here it's...
And it swings and it's the same thing, whereas this is all, every time they come the play is different and there's different kids. They're seeing their friends and they're meeting other kids. And and there's painting and it's just so varied, it's amazing.
It seems perfect for their age here as well.
These places are like that, even though they're only a couple of hours, it takes your mind off stuff for a day and you know your kid's getting something out of it. And obviously, because he remembers it, he wakes up in the morning, can I go again, Dad? Well, it's not on today, mate, but we can tomorrow.
If you ever have to save someone's life, the two things you really need to know are CPR and the recovery position. Here's how it's done.
Okay, we've got casualty here, not talking, so we need to check it.
Hello, can you hear me? Open up the door, checking for dangers the whole time.
Make sure it's safe before you approach the casualty, and be certain that neither of you will come to any further harm.
We tap the shoulders and both ears. Cool, can you hear me? Can you open your eyes?
Find out if they are conscious by gently shaking their shoulders and speaking to them.
Bring them down to a safer area. We go down and do the response again. Hello, can you hear me? Can you open your eyes?
If they don't respond, check whether they're breathing normally. Open their airway by placing one hand on their forehead and gently tilting their head back. Lift the chin by placing 2 fingers on the point, taking care not to put any pressure on their neck, which could block their airway. Are they breathing? Look at their chest, feel for breath on your cheek, and listen for sounds. If they're not breathing normally, you'll have to perform CPR. Place your hands in the middle of their chest and give 30 chest compressions. After this, open the airway by tilting the head back and lifting the chin. Pinch their nose, seal your mouth over theirs and blow for about a second. Give 2 rescue breaths and then repeat another 30 chest compressions. Continue cycles of 30 chest compressions and 2 rescue breaths until the ambulance arrives.
Right then, next casualty.
Remember, use drab again to see if they're breathing normally.
For 10 seconds I realize she is breathing, but she's unconscious, alright? What's the next step? Recovery position.
To perform the recovery position, first put the arm closest to you at a right angle. Take their other arm and place the back of their hand against their cheek. Grab their far leg and pull it towards you. The body will roll over easily. Tilt their head back and lift their chin to make sure their airway is open and check for normal breathing again. Finally, adjust their leg to ensure they are stable. Once you've put them in the recovery position, call 999 for the ambulance.
You never know when you're going to come across an accident or someone who needs help, so it's just letting as many people as possible know the basics to save as many lives as possible.
For more information on first aid, follow the links on the Teachers TV website. Elderly people who need some important care and attention but don't want to leave their homes can ask for the help of home support workers.
Good morning, Mr. Stinchcombe.
Hello, my darling. How are you?
In Gloucestershire, Natasha is doing her daily rounds as usual to make sure her service users have all they need.
Good morning, Muriel.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
Very well, thank you. Right.
Okay.
Okay, my dear.
Right, let's take you through to the bathroom then.
When I came out of hospital, they decided to give my husband some help because he's not really fit himself. So they decided to send the girls out, which we were very grateful for.
During the day we can have anything from 2 to 10 calls really. We have a few service users that we go to in the mornings and then we go back to at lunch times to get their lunch. Everybody's got a file in their home. This is just the daily records sheet that We fill in every morning just to say what we've done. And then when the other carers come in the afternoon, they can check if anything's wrong. Well done, lovely.
They're all wonderful young ladies. I think they do a wonderful job there, and they're very caring, and they're marvellous, really.
Okay then, Muriel, are you comfortable?
Yes, thank you very
Great,
much.
okay.
Thank you.
I'll see you tomorrow morning.
All right,
have a
take
lovely
care.
day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
I think it's a far better idea than being sent to hospital. That's what.
Oh yes.
That's
I
what they
won't
want.
go into hospital. I've been in so many times. I mean, I've had a big heart operation.
Mr. and Mrs. Stinchcombe need Natasha's help for about half an hour a day, but otherwise they can look after themselves, so they're lucky enough to remain mostly independent.
You'll have to hold on to that, please, would you?
We try to be as independent as possible, but we are grateful for the morning to get me up and see to me, and it helps my husband no end. It takes a bit of a weight off his shoulders. Okay. Thank you very much.
The relationship me and my wife have is wonderful anyway. And if everybody in the world was like us, it wouldn't be so bad, be a bad world.
How could that little bird singing? Isn't it beautiful?
Hello, my name is Nicola and I am here today to deliver Meals on Wheels.
Meals on Wheels are an important lifeline supplied by all local councils across the country. Hundreds of thousands of meals are delivered by dedicated volunteers to keep tens of thousands of people in need well fed every day.
I will be delivering approximately 15 meals today. These are the boxes for my deliveries, and on the menu today is pork and apple casserole. Meals on Wheels is delivering meals to clients who may have difficulty getting out and about. It's a way which helps them to keep their independence. Hello. Okay, there's butter bean, masala, you, and there's lime and cider sauce. And I'll see you tomorrow. Okay then, bye. As well as like delivering the meals, I go to their houses just to check that they're okay. Some people never see anyone like all day, so at least, you know, they've got a bit of contact.
There are 9.6 million people over 65 in the UK today. In the next 25 years, this number is expected to increase by 60% to almost 16 million.
Right, now we're heading towards the countryside. I've got just a delivery along here.
The meals Nicola delivers cater for all service users, whether they're diabetics, vegetarians, or in need of pureed food, far from the nearest shop.
I mean, we're talking like miles away from the nearest shop, and therefore if they haven't got the access to, you know, to the shopping, then without us, then they wouldn't be able to have a meal.
Elderly care homes can offer many different types of care and support. Here at Westgate House in Oxfordshire, they offer standard residential care, full-time nursing for people who need constant attention, and a dedicated wing for people with dementia.
A residential care home is a home that offers holistic care to the elderly. Holistic care, by holistic care I mean it encompasses all sort of elements, personal care, spiritual care, social care, all activities of daily living really.
And I'm Mary Barron with 2 R's, and I've been here 3 years and about 4 months, I believe. It's very nice. I'm all right here, but when I go out and go to my daughter's, I find it difficult now because there's 3 ways to the garden and they're all a bit difficult.
The needs of the residents also vary dramatically. Nobody in the home is self-caring. Everybody actually does need some assistance.
To make life safe and easy for service users, there are always nurses available to help, and every corridor has a handrail in case they're needed. Even the ensuite bathrooms are fitted with alarm cords and safety rails to make sure people can keep their independence for as long as possible.
It's so different here. You've
And I
got
think-
the company
yeah.
when you want it.
Yeah.
People are very kind, yeah. Yes.
So I think life is better now
Oh, definitely.
than it was.
Oh, I don't want to
when
go
you
back
were
to
at home.
Yorkshire. I don't want to go back to Yorkshire.
How you doing, Margie?
Hey, that's looking lovely.
My name's Wendy Bowd and I'm the Activities Coordinator. What I try to do is offer activities which are person-centred as well, so that the activity is relevant to the people that are taking part.
We're suckers for colours.
Yeah, we are, aren't we? Suckers for colours. We do quite a lot of music-based activities here because music is a really good stimulant and it's very social and it normally lifts people's moods because there's something in the brain that just sparks off this sort of good feeling.
My name's Jodie Bridges. I'm a carer. I was a carer before I was a mum, and both jobs are very similar. You have to be very patient, understanding, and just willing to help and be there. It's definitely makes you feel very positive at the end of the day.
I'm a nurse, I'm a trained nurse, and I worked in many different environments and then decided that I wanted to move back into elderly care, the most rewarding area of nursing, to be honest with you. And I hope I've passed some of my expertise and experience on to my staff to create a happy working environment for them, but also a happy home for the residents.